Hey beautiful people, welcome to Lex TV. My name is Annie B, and today you guys, Lexi is not feeling well, so she decided that she is going to lay down. I told her it's okay for me to do a solo today so that she can continue to rest. All right, so keep her in your prayers, y'all, so that her health is restored. Thank you all for tuning in. We hope you all are doing well. Today, you guys, we have some jjajangmyeon, some lo mein that I made with some jjajangmyeon noodles with shrimp, broccoli, and peppers. And then I have a whole fish, a whole red tilapia here with Nini's butter sauce on top. And I seasoned this fish with turmeric, cumin, salt, black pepper, garlic powder. I roasted it in the oven. All I did was warm up Nini Eats ASMR sauce on the stove with some lemon juice. I'll show you guys a few clips. And then once the fish was done roasting on 375 for about half an hour, because it's a pretty big fish, I just poured the sauce over it. So today's gonna be a quick video. We're not gonna be long today. I'm also tired myself, but I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in, and stay tuned. All right, y'all. How's everybody doing? I'm excited to eat this. So let's see about this first bite. I already had some on my fork because I was ready, honey. Very good. Very, very, very good. I love these noodles. It does have like pieces of pork in it. I'll show you guys the package and everything. You can order Nini Eats butter sauce. We already tasted it. It has a delicious herb. It's very herb forward, which I absolutely love. It's perfect with the fish. We already tried it. Lexi tasted it before she ran back upstairs. And my mom scraped the rest of the sauce onto the fish. So this sauce paired with this fish with the turmeric and the cumin and all that good stuff, perfect pairing. All I did was squeeze extra lemon juice in here. I'll leave the link down in the description box. Check out Nini, you guys. She's an amazing content creator. Her food always looks very presentable and delicious. We also tried her seasoning. That finished very quick because the seasoning tastes so good. So I'll go ahead and put her website down in the description box so you can support her small business. And on these lo mein noodles, these jjajangmyeon black bean Korean noodles that I basically whipped up like some lo mein, I added this Korean gochujang sauce, hot sauce. Has a very, very nice flavor. And I wanted this to be really spicy, so I also added the bomb hot sauce. So let's get this mukbang going. I want that to fall now. Y'all, this is so good. Really good. I think those jjajangmyeon noodles, as long as you add, well, for us, if we add some hot sauce, perfect. I really love the texture of these noodles. So good. Let's try this fish. This will not be a long video. And also, let me get my tissue because, you know, this fish got bones, honey. Let me know down in the comments if you like eating whole fish or you only like fish fillet. We're very used to eating whole fish. Oh, I should have. Ooh, oh man, this is cooked so nicely. Oh Lord. I'm over here making a mess. Y'all, that's so good. I'm telling you, the seasonings on this fish paired with Nini's Eats butter sauce, perfect. Really good. She has fresh onions, bell pepper, celery, paprika, black pepper, and her special blend of Cajun seasonings. I love the amount of onions that's in here. It's so onion forward, which I love. No, this is good. I miss Lexi. Y'all know that's my ace boon coon right there. So good. It's delicious. Very good. Hey y'all, thank you to everyone who also shared a bit of their self-love journey in our last video. If you haven't checked it out, I'll put it in the card somewhere, where I allowed myself to get vulnerable, which I don't always do. I'm very transparent, but I don't always allow myself to get vulnerable with people. But that day, my feelings were very raw. And I wanted to show that it's okay to not always be okay. Especially if you're always trying to be strong every day. We are all human, right? And I don't want you guys to be misunderstood. Me allowing myself to be vulnerable is a form of self-love. Is a form of me loving myself. It's God that taught me to be vulnerable. I read them stories in the Bible and I'm just like, we are not the only ones going through things. These things have been going on through the beginning of time. And there's nothing as powerful as living in your truth, because then no one can take your truth away from you. You know, no one can keep you bound and feeling trapped. Now, when you have things to hide, you have all these secrets, you feel bound by that. You feel shamed. And I refuse to feel shame for my self-love journey. And that's why I wanted to express what I expressed in our last video with you all. And I'm very grateful to you all who commented, who also shared. Because like I wrote in the post today, this video will be coming out Wednesday today. And I let you guys know a form of self-love, one of the ultimate forms of love, loving yourself, is allowing yourself to feel your pain and heal. That to me is one of the ultimate ways of showing love to yourself. Also, God is love. You know God, you know love. And that's another form of loving yourself. But when it comes to your pain, a lot of people hide their pain. Or they fill up the voids and the empty spaces with toxic behavior, with things that don't actually make them feel good, but it feels good temporarily. And I don't want to do that. I've been there, done that. Who I want to be is someone who owns their journey, owns their trials and tribulations, and allows myself to heal. That to me is me loving myself, allowing myself to heal, allowing myself to feel, and not running or staying busy constantly so that I don't have to feel pain. Pain is a good thing if you allow it to be. Pain is a good thing if you allow it to be. If you allow it to build your character, if you allow it to strengthen you, and you do your best to see the good in your pain and realize that there's power in your pain, I'm telling you, who can stop you? Who? When you start seeing the power in your pain, who can stop you? Nobody. Nobody, because people will use things against you. If you own who you are, you own the good, you own the bad, you own the ugly, nobody could take anything from you. And I don't plan on being the type of woman where people can take things from me because I feel shame about my life. That's the last thing I want to ever feel, is shame. This fish is good, y'all. So please don't misunderstand that last video. I don't want y'all thinking, oh, she doesn't love herself. I do. And that process of loving yourself, those were one of the things that I had to to face. I had to face the fact that I was still operating in some areas of my life, like even on YouTube, I was still operating from a place of not being chosen. But I've learned to choose myself. I've learned that God chooses me every single day, and I want all of you to know that as well. God chooses you every single day, and you need to give yourself permission to feel, to heal, and to choose yourself. It's so important. And being vulnerable and crying does not make you weak. It makes you stronger, and it also allows you to connect with people on a deeper level. So I'm actually happy that I allowed myself to get vulnerable, although I don't do that often. Like, I don't even tell, like, friends my business or stuff like that. It takes me a while before I start sharing and being vulnerable in sharing. But there's so much power in that. There's so much power in your pain. And I know a lot of us are going through things. A lot of us have, you know, these emotions sometimes comes in waves. You'll have a season where you're feeling great. Ooh, you know. And then you'll have a season where you're really not feeling it like that. And both are okay. Just like the seasons in nature. When the cold comes, it just allows itself to be. And we have to try and mimic that. You know, when you're in that season, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Just don't let it overwhelm you to the point that you give up. Okay? You got to keep on keeping on. All right? So I thank you all for your encouraging words. The prayers for us getting better. We're still not 100%, but we're getting there. I told Lexi she could just relax today. Because I know that feeling when you just really just want to be in your bed. And you do not feel like getting up. Yeah, I'm full already. I sure am. And I did want to mention a few people who had commented, but they also took the time to share how they feel. And I love that. I love being able to connect with people on a deeper level. I'm not super shallow, so I prefer deeper conversation. I prefer having conversations about life, about growth, about things that we've learned. Lexi and I have those conversations all the time, and I think that's what helped our sisterhood. Because if you have siblings, you know that it is not always peaches and cream. But I feel like when you allow yourself to be transparent and open, it really makes the relationship that much better. So we always have deep conversation. Yeah, this fish is bomb. So, let's give a few shout outs. I've been meaning to do shout outs for some time, but I've been feeling tired. Oh, Soulful East did her homemade Jollibee collab video. I'll link it down in the description box below. Be sure to check that out. Ooh. Ooh, I think I swallowed a bone, honey. I did, but it went down all right. So, yeah, so shout out to Soulful Eats, Nini Eats ASMR, Steph DIY Queen, and Mukbang with Priscilla. Not sure if Priscilla did her video. Yeah, I don't think she did. But in either case, love all those ladies very much. Please be sure to check them out. They're great content creators. Okay, and I'll leave their links down in the description box. And also, you can check out the homemade Jollibee collab playlist. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I can't even see how much of this fish I ate. See that there? I don't want to make a mess. This is making a damn mess on the table. All right, so a few shout outs. Shout out to Being Fallon Foodie. She said, hey, lovelies, I'm glad you guys are feeling better than before. Those spicy noodles are definitely gonna help clear up the end of your sickness. Annie, I feel you because I tend to keep a tough exterior and iron face / attitude to avoid feeling weak or vulnerable. I feel the need to be the rock of my household / family. So I put my emotions and feelings on the back burner to keep everyone else content and fulfilled until I eventually shut down completely. thanks, ladies, for the talk and topic. A lot of us have been there where we're the strong one. You know, we got to be strong for everybody else. And we're avoiding feeling any type of pain, weakness, or vulnerability so that we can keep busying ourselves, keep doing what we got to do, keep making sure everybody else is okay. And that's when you come to a point where you have to say to yourself, I need to sit down with myself and be there for me. I need to feel what I'm feeling so that I can release it. It's all about releasing that negative energy, because the more you try to be the strong one, which I've done plenty of times, which is why I allowed myself to be vulnerable with you on that last video, you start to have all that pent up frustration, irritation, feelings of not feeling good about yourself, good about the core of who you are. And so that's why sometimes you need to release that. And it's healthy. It's healthy. It really doesn't make you weak. But I think we grow up with this notion that showing vulnerability while feeling your pain makes you weak. And that's far from the truth. So I appreciate Fallon bringing that up. And keeping up with the Griffin says, so sorry y'all have been feeling sick, but at least the worst part is behind you. This video was so powerful and it spoke to us both, especially the part about taking a break. We've been debating on if we should, and now really thinking about taking on the beginning of April, just to refresh. Sometimes you really do need a break. And I'm not the kind of person who I really like breaks, because then I start sitting with myself and start having all these thoughts, which is what happened when I got sick. And I've healed through a lot of things. Glory to God. All the glory goes to him always. But there was some key things that I forgot, that I stopped even thinking about. And when I got sick, when all those emotions came to me, I had no choice but to sit with myself and sit with those feelings. And you guys were kind of seeing that play out a bit, which I'm not ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of my pain, and neither should you be, okay? Let's see. Tia Shante, I hope I pronounced your name properly. Tia said, I'm sorry you guys were ill, but I'm really glad that you're feeling better. I have Crohn's disease, so I've been having a painful couple of weeks myself, and it's really hard. I do pray that you feel better. I do pray that, you know, whatever pain that you're feeling, God is able to heal you and comfort you, so that you can feel, you know, more comforted and just feel good in your body. Because, you know, and then Tia also said, I really appreciate what Annie had to say about healing, because even now I still find myself feeling like crap compared to my peers who are out and about working and living their lives. And that's the thing sometimes. Sometimes we compare where we are on our journey in comparison to other people's journey. And that can make things so difficult. I've been there time and time again where I've compared myself to other people. And more I learn to focus inwardly. Other people's journey is just what you see on the outside, but you don't know what type of things they're feeling. And that's what has allowed me to have compassion for people, because although our journeys may look very different, a lot of us have similar feelings. You know, Tia has Crohn's disease. I don't have Crohn's disease. Yet I can relate to the fact that sometimes she compares how her peers are out and living their lives in comparison to her. We've all compared ourselves in some type of way, shape, or form. You know, and it's very important to focus inward and to focus on God. Whenever your thoughts start straying and they start wanting to do some negative, toxic nonsense, you got to bring them thoughts back to God. You got to center them thoughts back to God. That's what gets me through, literally. Shout out to Cooking with Michelle A. I know how it is to shut all the way down mentally, physically, and emotionally. Thank you so much for sharing and pouring out your heart and soul. I truly feel your pain, and I totally understand. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, and I'm so glad that your channel is growing and it's beautiful. Thank you, Cooking with Michelle A. Really, really appreciate that. Shout out to Tay Life. Tay Life also shared how, you know, shared her self-love journey and how she had to leave her ex, and because he wasn't good for her, and, you know, God sent her husband, and he showed her what true love is. And she began to, not just with him, but because she started to love herself and had the courage to leave her ex, when God sent her husband, she was ready for that kind of love that he brought, you know. And my condolences goes out to her, because he passed away. That's something I actually did not know about Tay Life. And I really appreciate you sharing that and being vulnerable. That's the kind of conversation I love. And if you're someone who you find it hard to be vulnerable, or you felt funny about me being vulnerable, that's okay. Me allowing myself to be vulnerable helps me to strengthen my character, strengthen myself, and not hold in the things that's holding me back. You release it, you release the things that's holding you back, okay? Shout out to official Jamia, Sheila, and Frank, Nikita Sutton. Yes, baby? Doo-doo. Huh? You doo-doo. You doo-doo? Mm-hmm. In your diaper? No. On the toilet? Good job. Hi. high five. Yay. You heard my son just came down here to give me the good news. He poo-pooed in the toilet. That is so good. That is so, so good. Shout out to Dennis B, Down Home Eating with Candace, Kids Stories, and more. Really had such nice things to say. You are loved, but you need to love yourself first, Annie. And exactly. I've had to, yes, baby? Milo has to use the bathroom too? I don't know. Milo wants food. Back up, dog. Dog is right next to me. And that's exactly what my video was about. Me choosing to love myself. I know the tears, you know, sometimes you cry and people take it the wrong way. But no, trust me, that was the whole point. In me expressing my self-love journey, it does not always feel good, and that is just the truth. You have to stay on course. You have to trust the process even when it hurts, and you have to understand that allowing yourself to feel helps you to release what is no longer serving you so that you can step into your purpose. Y'all, I am done. I'm full. I want to go sit down. Okay, I know I'm sitting right here, but I want to go sit down and relax. Okay. I love y'all. Thank you to everyone, like, again, who allowed me to be vulnerable, who also shared their story. We appreciate every single one of you. This Friday, we may or may not have a current video. We may post an older video. But I'm going to wrap this up. I've been on for 25 minutes now. That was my limit for the day. Because I am really tired. But, yeah, y'all. Don't be ashamed of where you are on your journey. Understand that your pain is your power. We love y'all. We appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a new video.